Hi all, welcome to another shop talk. I'm going to do a little series on filling cracks and defects, sometimes resin, sometimes just wood, or stabilising little splits and cracks in wood. There's 2 or 3 ways that I use constantly. I always get asked in the comments when people see me building a table what it is I'm doing or what that is I'm using. So I thought I'd do this little series on kind of repairing cracks. The first one is going to be on the CA glue that I got from the States. Now, full disclosure, I was sent it for free. I contacted them to order it and they said, would I be interested in making a video at some point? And I said, well, I want to use it first. So I've used it for a while. I absolutely love it. But going better than that, they've actually set it up an affiliated link for us. So you guys get a discount, Manor would get a little bit of a kickback. So that's worked really well. I've only been sent a few glues. I'll go through all the ones that I was sent and I've been using them all the time. And I've found it really, really quick and useful. And the key, you'll hear me say it a lot, is that it doesn't foam and go white. And the glues I've found in the UK, most of them, or if not all of them, after you spray them with an accelerator, they go white. So this is the first in a series. Let's get cracking and show you what's going on. This is what they sent me. They sent me a thick, a thin. This is really runny. I've opened that already. There's a white one if you're doing something that needs the kind of white color. Obviously the black one, which is the real go-to for repairing your resin, just looks good in the wood. This is really nice, I've not seen before. This is a brown. So if you've got kind of like this area here, where there's the browns, you could put that in there and then you would blend it, use a bit of black, bit of brown to give you contrast. And in your kind of everyday medium, which is actually quite thick. This is just like water. This is unbelievable, the thin one. So really good for, if you've got oak that's splitting on the edge, like the edge here, you get it splitting away, just put some masking tape on, run it in, and it penetrates right through. And the cool thing is one accelerator for all of these, and none of it sort of foams up and goes white, which is the key and the reason I track these guys down in the States, because I've had lots of problems with them going white. Okay, so we all have problems, and I'm going to zoom in a minute and show you, if you're doing resin tables or any kind of wood really, especially oak, little splinters, little cracks, and we want to get fast repairs, you're usually seeing them late in the stage. So, you've started doing your polishing, you're starting seeing defects. So I come across this. Now this was sent to me because I ordered it from the States, and I actually spoke to them and I've managed to get a code for everyone. Now I know lots of you are in England, but there are a lot in the States. So I've got a discount code for you for this stuff, and it is called Starbond. And what I like about it, the black for instance, I'll zoom in and show you. So when you put the black in here, small amount, really quick. There's a couple of pinholes here. There's a different applicator for the real small pinholes, like a feather towel. So put those little bits in there and then spray that. What is cool is that I've sprayed that and it hasn't frothed up and gone white. Now I've tried some stuff in the UK, and everything I've tried, once you spray the accelerator on it, you get like a white foam that happens. Now that's almost dry already, so we can move on to the next repair. Just a few seconds, and that will be dry. I can already see a little pinhole there where there's some woodworm. Put that in there. You can see it move straight on. We'll sand that in a sec. So what you get in one of these boxes, which is really cool, you get 2, it's always that the nozzles get jammed, so you should wipe them before you put them back, but you get 2 of the standard nozzles, like this, and then you get these, which are really good. They're like a little feather towel. Let's try and get one out. You get lots of them, and if you're working on the edge of the resin here, and there's a little bubble or something, these just, see if I can get a zoom in on them. These just really release a tiny bit just on the bit, so just on the actual defect. So if it was a little slither, rather than here where I've piled it up over, but this table needs sanding, so it wasn't worth it. If you've got tiny little pits, you can just, or a little crack in the oak, you can just run this along and it beads it out. It's very, very clever. So I got sent a few different colours. I've got some black, some brown. The brown's really good, white, etc. But it's a really quick fix. So that is now ready for sanding. We'll come in with a sander. Just get some acetone on there. There you go. That's kind of what it's going to look like when it's oiled. So you can't see the difference. The hole's gone, completely instant, absolutely brilliant. Okay, so here, again, we're super zoomed in. It's still hard to see. Look, there's little cracks here. This is really small, and especially here and here. I'll move over, especially here. I'll try and get the camera on it. It's really, really hard. There you go. 2 little bubbles there, which we've got to when we're polishing. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to put a little extender on, this little brush here. And this will just drip. Just coming down here, this will just put it. Tiniest crack. It's almost getting nowhere else. Come down here. Tiny, these are so small. You could dribble it on and you'd get more excess around the wood, but it depends which stage of sanding you are. If you're at a very late stage of sanding, you don't want a hump to appear because then you've got to use a harder grit. If we go in here, there's the marks. So these are a bit big for this little applicator, but we'll do it anyway because we're using it. So just dribble it in. It's going to get it right to the bottom of the crack as well, so there's no air. It's hard with the camera. Let's just try and get around here. It is hard to squeeze out because it's a very small opening, but I've got the end of that applicator right inside the crack, which means, or the air pocket rather, which means it's going to the bottom. You can actually use the end to get it in there. Now we can hit that again with the accelerator. Just give that a few seconds. This table isn't actually that bad. It doesn't have many defects, but sometimes you get table with these little, the resin's got in here, but you have these little fine cracks, and it's really, really slow. But with this sort of wand on the end, the little pipette thing, it's really, really good. So that's already ready. Give that a second. So we'll hit that with a little squirt of acetone, so you can see what it's going to look like when it's been polished. And you really can't see, it's instant repair. Like that, really good. Right, that's it for this one. That's just a quick look. It's not an advert for Starbond, it's just that I found it, and I know you guys, when you see me making these videos, making the table builds, you'll be asking me in the comments what it is I'm using to repair it. So it's always best just to do a video like this, just so that you've got the information and you've got links in the description. If you want to buy it from my affiliated link, then you're going to get a discount and I'll get a little kickback, or Manor Wood will. Really good repair. I'm going to do a series. There's sort of 3 ways you can repair. There's probably, probably more, but there's this. There's a new hot glue gun that I've got, which is absolutely insane for the bigger repairs, and again, virtually instant. And then there's the actual repair with resin. It's a bigger hole. So this is for the really small holes. The hot glue is kind of for the medium, and then the really epic holes you're going to have to redo with resin. And there's a trick warming the resin up and doing it with a syringe, which I'll show you in a little series I'm doing over the next coming weeks and months. Thanks so much as always for watching. Really appreciate it. See you on the next one.